iPhone 8 Plus versus OnePlus 5 speed test. That video's coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the iPhone 8 Plus versus the OnePlus 5. Now, I got this phone a little bit earlier this year in the OnePlus 5, and it versed against the iPhone 7 Plus and beat it in some areas, and I think it lost in the gaming round. So the OnePlus 5 is a fantastic device for those of you who don't want to pay the $1,000 price tag of the iPhone 8 Plus, but you still want premium design, you still want a fast device. The OnePlus 5, look no further. I think this is the best budget Android phone you can buy. So let's go ahead and boot these guys up at the same time in 3, 2, 1. And I do expect the iPhone 8 Plus to win this test, but by how much, I do not exactly know. I always do these speed tests live on camera with you guys first before I test them beforehand, because I want to make sure this is totally fair and I have no biases towards either one. So we're going to see which one boots up first here live. I think it's going to be the 8 Plus due to its fast boot up times, always on an Apple device. And yes, the iPhone 8 Plus is way ahead of the OnePlus 5 here. So the OnePlus 5 is just now getting in. And there's the OnePlus 5. So the OnePlus 5 is about 10 seconds later on the boot up. Okay, guys, so confirming softwares, the iPhone 8 Plus does run iOS 11.0.1 here on my device currently. I haven't updated to the 11.1 developer beta because that's still a beta, so I like to run officials against officials. Here on the OnePlus 5, we are running the latest version of Oxygen OS as well as 7.1.1 Nougat here on its Android version. So both of these are quite up to date when it comes to speed testing here. Okay, guys, so in terms of their lock screens, you can see they both respawn at about the same time. I think that the OnePlus 5 has a little better power placement on the button. It's a little bit lower, so it's a little bit easier to reach for those of you who have smaller hands here. But in terms of the fingerprint scanner speeds, the OnePlus 5 is clearly faster than the iPhone 8 Plus. It just has one of the fastest fingerprint scanners in the world in the OnePlus 5. So if you like a fast fingerprint scanner, the OnePlus 5 is going to be your phone. Okay, guys, so just generally going through the UI, right now, I think iOS 11 still needs some work, so it's not totally fair to say this, but you know, there's a little bit of hang and glitch sometimes, and sometimes the frame rates don't look quite as snappy all day long like they do on the OnePlus 5. So this mostly has to do with iOS currently, so that doesn't mean that it's the OnePlus 5 is a faster phone, but generally speaking, if you bought these phones today, right now, you're gonna have a smoother experience just scrolling on the home screen on the OnePlus 5 than the iPhone 8 Plus. Not to say that the iPhone 8 Plus is not fast, it's very fast, but on the home screens right now, we're gonna have to wait till we get into 11.1. But in terms of app speed, let's go ahead and check those out here on both now. So let me go ahead and close everything out here, and you guys be the judge of which one wins here, but I'm gonna say what I see here on camera as well. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and go into calendar on both devices, and I could see right there easily the iPhone 8 Plus wins that test. Now 0.5x animations on the OnePlus 5, and over here on the iPhone 8 Plus, we do have the reduced motion off. So let's go ahead and go into the clocks now. So clocks in 3, 2, and 1. And you could see that looked to me like the OnePlus 5. Let me know down below. Let's go ahead and go into weather now. And you could see that was really close. I didn't know exactly which one did that one. You guys call it down below. Let's go ahead and go into calculator. And wow, this is really fast. I think that was the OnePlus 5 though. Let's go ahead and go to Play Store, App Store. And you can see Play Store easily ahead of the App Store. This is a new application store, so this is in its infancy. So Google Play has a lot more time to refine its Play Store than this new App Store. So again, that might be attributed to iOS. That's going to get faster over time. So what about settings? Go ahead and go into Safari and Chrome. You're seeing right here that, you know, even though on paper, we know the iPhone 8 Plus is crushing everything in benchmarks, day-to-day performance hasn't really shown that yet. The iPhone 8 Plus is a phone you're investing in for the long term, so you're going to be able to run smooth for a very long time. But currently as it stands, if you buy a phone today, they're both going to be extremely fast. So you can see even on Instagram, if we go through the tabs, about the same on both phones. So coming home, let's go ahead and go into Snapchat now. And you can see Snapchat loads first there for the OnePlus 5. Doing that again, let's see if they reload the same. And you can see about the same there. So let's go ahead and go now into the game. So here is where the iPhone 8 Plus should crush this OnePlus 5 in the gaming round. They have their own design GPU, and you're gonna see how much faster the game loads here, and boom, you're in. So you're waiting still, but the OnePlus 5 is no slouch, but the iPhone 8 Plus easily wins in the gaming round. So what about Subway Surfers? And Subway Surfers, ooh, so it looks like the OnePlus 5 might be a little bit ahead. Nope, there goes the 8 Plus, and boom, super fast phone there in the iPhone 8 Plus. Not bad on the OnePlus 5, but just a monster here on the 8 Plus. That's because they designed their own GPU. I think if most companies did this, most phones would be monsters in gaming performance as well. They just designed their own GPU for their hardware. So you can see there is the OnePlus 5 way behind on gaming. So gaming is crushing it. I'm going to open Geekbench, but I'm not going to run a Geekbench because I'm sure you guys read it all. You know that this is doing over 10,000 in the multi-core, over 4 in the single. And you know the OnePlus 5 is getting around 6 and about 18 to 2 on the single. So there's no sense in running it. You guys probably have read about that. You probably know about that already. This is going to win in pretty much no regard over this in Geekbench scoring. So let's go ahead and check out the RAM management now. Another area where the OnePlus 5 does really well, especially considering its price point, $479. You're not going to find any other phone with this kind of performance at that price point with the iPhone and RAM management. This is why a lot of Android fans do love their OnePlus 5s, is because of this RAM management. So let's go ahead and go into Subway Surfers now. And you can see about the same there. So RAM management, great on both of these devices. What does this test prove here? So what this test proves here is that in the real world, day to day, we're not talking about paper. A lot of people are going to come up in the comments, and they're going to come up in this one too, and they're going to be like, the iPhone 8 Plus crushes that thing. It's been proven. We know you've read your articles. We know that you've read the articles that say, oh, the iPhone 8 Plus is DxO best rated camera. iPhone 8 Plus. Blah, blah, blah. I know. I've heard it all as well. But what I'm trying to get at here is that the average consumer, the person buying one of these phones today, you're not really going to notice that much of a difference in performance, unless, of course, you're using AR apps, which aren't even really available on Android platform. So it's really, subjective. It's like, do I want to use AR? Then cool, iPhone. Do I want to use day-to-day apps? Both are going to be fast. If you're a heavy gamer, the iPhone's going to run more efficient. And overall, I'm going to have to come up here and say that the iPhone 8 Plus is the winner. Yes, it is a faster phone than the OnePlus 5. But the OnePlus 5 has faster animation. So day to day, if you're just running through tasks, it might look a little faster on the OnePlus 5 than the 8 Plus. Also, iOS 11 is a little bit twitchy right now. So overall, I would call this one, a win to the 8 Plus, just because technically it does have the chops here. But the OnePlus 5 is still a fantastic bargain. So if you're looking for a budget phone at under $1,000, even under $500, this is the phone to get right here. If you're looking at an iPhone at around this price, 256 gigs going for $950, seriously, just wait on the 10 here. And anyway, if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, do me a favor, click the like button for me. Share your thoughts down below, comments, feedback, suggestions. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well, and peace.